Yeah, happy birthday,
you.
Brenda.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Brenda,
Yes.
I got one quick question for you, and you have to
Um,
answer it fast without thinking too much.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Country, rock and roll, or opera?
Country or old time rock and roll?
No, you got to answer it quick. Country, rock and roll, or opera? Go.
Country.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
Happy
my.
birthday to you.
That
sounds like Elvis.
Birthday, dear Brenda. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my.
All I gotta
God.
say is you asked for it. As soon as he stepped in, you asked for it.
I knew it wasn't going to be good. At
It's a
least
good
he
thing
kept his clothes on.
I would have started
That's
crying.
great.
Hey,
Thanks,
gang,
Doug.
Hey,
I've
Doug.
got a question for those remaining. Apparently I've buggered the threads on my shaft on my lathe. So my,
The spindle?
yeah, on my spindle, thank you. So my chucks don't like to go on or come off. What's the best way of cleaning that up? Tap and die?
Well, yeah, if you're able to get the proper
Reset
die
it.
for it.
Might have to replace the spindle, depending how bad it is.
Well, it's not visible, or obviously visible to me. I've tried to dress it up with a tri-corner file. Just cleaning out the grooves and it still is tight.
Could it be wood buildup or pitch buildup or dust buildup in your chuck threads?
Don't think so, Kate. I've tried to look down in there and I don't see anything.
Have you
I-
tried
I-
more than one chuck on it?
Yes, I have. Two separate chucks and they both get too tight at exactly the same spot.
Oh, I can't
You
speak when
sure?
I'm muted. Let me pitch in on this. They make something called Persian blue.
Yeah.
That you would rub on the threads of your chuck of the lathe.
Yeah,
Screw your
I-
chuck in, and where it's making heavy contact, it'll wear it off, and you can see the parts that you've got a problem with. Then take a file and file those parts.
Okay, I'm familiar with Prussian blue. Just hadn't thought of it. Thank you.
That's a
Uh,
good idea. Mhm.
But
Damn
that'll
good
show
idea.
you your high parts and the spots that it's jamming on, and then you can work on those little individual spots with a little file.
Okay. Where would I find Prussian blue? Would they have it at like an auto parts store?
No, it's
Amazon
something
would
that a
have it.
machinist is gonna have. So
Okay,
Amazon.
all right.
Amazon.
Or find a friendly machinist who'll give me an ounce of it, because it won't take much, correct?
An ounce is a hell of a lot.
Okay,
All it does is take a little daub on it to rub
Right.
on there. So
yeah, just a little
see
bit
if
on
you
a
can find a
Q-tip.
machinist friend that may have some Persian blue or something.
Okay, all right,
Um,
great thoughts, thanks.
or off
It's rolling
or
by
Amazon.
itself.
I bought some off of Amazon. So
Okay, good thought. I have
What
found a
might
do
be able
source.
you use it for?
Doug, you might be able to take a black Sharpie and cut it up into little pieces, put it in a little vial and just put a little bit of denatured alcohol in it to
Okay.
pull the ink out of it
All right, yeah,
and do it on the cheap.
will
okay.
will that rub off if you if it on touch points?
If it's
should,
thin
yes.
enough. If
Yeah,
it's
because
thin enough.
that's the purpose of Persian blue. It picks up
Right,
your
right.
high spots when you're
Yep.
mating parts.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use it when I'm scribing.
Well, that's a different compound.
I see.
Oh, that's what I use it for though.
Well, I do have several friends that are machinists. I bet I can pick up,
But
Enough to do that.
they should have some of that.
right, they should have enough so I can, like you said, borrow a very small
Well,
amount.
you can borrow their tube and then return the tube.
Yep,
type
okay,
thing.
that's true.
Because you don't need but a little bitty,
A little bit, yeah.
just
Yeah.
a little
Little
bit
goes
goes
a
a
long way.
long ways.
Okay, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Thanks, Trey.
Doesn't take much at all.
Yeah, I put a
Solved.
nice straight edge across to see if it would rock or anything in one spot, or if I had a low spot. I just could not see anything. So we'll try that.
Yeah, it's probably just a couple different. You could have just one, an opposing high spot and an opposing low spot. And when it gets to that point, it's kinking it, so.
Yep, okay,
so
good thought.
hopefully
Thanks,
that'll
Will.
do it for you.
Hopefully, because that gets expensive, putting a new spindle in.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, one of them dies probably costs damn near as much as the spindle.
I found them online at Dies and Cutters, a die for about 35 bucks.
Oh, wow, that's a lot cheaper than
What size thread is it?
what I've seen.
1.25 inch.
Watch
Huh.
Jade.
1.25 inch, that's an oddball size too.
It is hard to find, but I have found them.
Okay.
Getting them here and how soon I can get one, whether it's 2 months down the road or within a reasonable period of time, but
Right.
thank you very much. Yeah, that's kind of shot me in the backside as far as turning, because I don't want to force my my chuck on and bugger things up worse than they are already, so.
Hey, kid, we want to see how you hit the target.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
We want to see if you hit the target.
There.
Where'd he go?
Is it the size of a barn?
No, that's the size of a quarter.
There you go.
A
Very
loony.
good.
All right.
Not too bad for that round, but I'm off and on shooting at this target down here on the floor because I'm practicing for turkey season. That's the perfect size for turkey, and the vitals of a turkey are the size of your fist.
Oh, my.
I'm shooting at that as well.
Oh, my.
And I
Hey,
have
Brent?
multiple targets up on the wall. I'm the only one here anymore, so I do like 3 arrows in each target.
Brenda, I got that pen fixed.
Really?
Yep,
Let's see it, Scott.
Let's see. Where
I'm
you
holding
at?
it up. Somebody spotlight me.
Getting you.
And I'm shooting from 25
Yeah.
meters.
There it is, fixed.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
How
So
did
I
you
have
get
a-
that? You drilled that out of there, did you?
Nope, I took my disassembly tool and took it apart.
Oh,
So I have a disassembly tool to take it apart. It's really high tech.
you're
Called a nail.
Fire? Okay.
You get-
nail.
Yep, you just gotta stick a nail down through the broke off part. I pounded the nib out, turned around and I have a disassembly punch and I punched the other end out. Pushed it out with my
Wow.
drill press.
Good.
I've tried that before too, but then ruined the pin blunt.
That's a beauty.
You gotta get a set of these, Brenda.
That's very nice.
You gotta get a set of these.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
they're handy, very handy.
So you can grab squares or rounds and they're
mhm,
rubber coated and you don't wreck the blank then.
right.
You can get these from Penn State. Just about every wood turning pen making place has these. Or
Okay.
you can, if you know somebody that's a welder, they can make you some. And then you just dip it in liquid plastic.
Alrighty then.
They're handy when you break pens.
Yep. I've used to make a lot of them. I used to break a lot of them.
And it is, I did change it. So there's the one I put together in the meeting and I did do it. So I'm not spoofing you.
I believe you, Scott.
All right, Rachel.
Great
Yeah.
demos.
Thank you.
Anybody else got any problems that need fixed this week?
Yeah, I got a question for y'all. So I was goofing around trying to make a negative rake scraper out of one of my scrapers. What angles are you guys using for the top and the bottom on your negative rakes?
35
I use
degrees.
20. I use 25 and 35.
I use 25, I use 25 to 20 on top and bottom.
And I use 35 and 35.
I did so 35 and 35 is what I did tonight. And it did okay for me, but I wasn't getting I was still getting more sawdust than I was shavings. And that could just be operator error as well.
Are you honing it, Doug, or are you grinding it?
I just ground it tonight. I was just yeah,
Okay,
I hadn't
Shape it and then hone it.
yeah.
I use 80 on the bottom and 25 on top.
So my my little jigs to set my platform, I have the Raptor jigs. I have I think 35 is the lowest I have. Yeah, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 60.
Skew is probably right around 25.
Yep.
So set your platform to your skew.
Okay. And then go off of that.
Right. If you want to,
I
yeah,
was,
if you
I
want to
was
have,
looking online
both.
and I saw, man, there was so many different options for negative rake scrapers, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I've been using
try
a
that.
30-30 for a long time, but the other day I ground one 30-70 and it
Yeah.
actually cut and
There's
left
so many.
smooth service. 30 on top, 70 on bottom.
30 on top.
Mhm.
Okay. And the higher the number on the bottom, the more aggressive it should be, right? Because you're getting closer to 90 at that point, or am I wrong on that?
Well, not necessarily, because you have a negative rake on top. So I use an 80 on bottom with a 25 on top, and with the negative rake, it's not really that aggressive at all. It just keeps an edge a little longer than a shallower bevel on either side.
It does more.
You use what? What rake on the bottom, Cade?
80
80. Okay.
and 25 on top.
Okay. All right. I'll goof around with it some more. There's plenty of steel on this tool. I have plenty of room for air.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many angles. I wouldn't get hopped up on angles. It all comes down to your preference and what you like, what you feel feels best with the
Yeah.
least amount of resistance and drag on the wood. So you could even do like a skew 25 on either side. So
Yeah, I did see that as well when I was looking at them online. And I was like, isn't that just a skew then? But
Well,
I guess the shape is different. And
I'm using 25 on both sides is what I'm using.
yeah.
And also depends on where I'm working it, I'll flip it over and I'll alternate back and forth with what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'll sharpen, you know,
Left hand,
depends
right
on where I'm cutting or what, where I put the burr on the side that I need it on.
Okay.
And Doug, you should only have to grind one side of that when you go to sharpen it. 'Cause you,
Right.
you
Right.
never-
Yeah. Put the burr on there. Yeah.
yeah.
Unless you want to use it like Trace is doing the other direction, then you gotta put the burr on the opposite side.
I put
Yeah.
put the burr on the top. And it
Yeah, you
doesn't
always
last
put the burr on the
long, but I
top.
Put it on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually mark my handle, Doug, so I know what the top is.
Okay.
Because when you put it in a drawer, you forget what the top is if you don't mark it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the one I did tonight, the top grind was a little shallower. It was the same angle. I went 35 and 35. I just didn't hold it on there as long so I could see a distinct difference. But that's a good idea, marking it.
I don't have a problem marking because I always have mine, it's either 40 or 20, 25 degrees and that's it. They're all
Yeah.
the same. Never change it.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's my turkey target, shooting at the coffee lid.
Let's see, you're still spotlighted on me. Let's go to Cade. There we go.
Oh, my.
That's six arrows. And that would all be
Now,
killed on a
you
turkey.
did back up more than 4 feet, didn't you?
No, I'm shooting from 25 meters.
Whoa,
my.
In there.
Wow.
great. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a coffee lid, a medium coffee lid.
Chances are you're gonna get a turkey this year.
Yeah, I can't wait.
If he sees one,
Yeah, well, I definitely
Yeah.
see one.
We seen it on the field on the way home tonight.
Even just driving here, there was all kinds in the field,
Mhm.
but I
yeah,
can't just pull over and shoot them because you can't shoot within 300 yards of the road.
Mm.
well, as long as nobody's looking, you're all right.
Just in
Does
case
that-
it goes
Does that
away.
apply to bow and arrow
Well,
also, or just the gun?
pardon? For both.
It's for both?
Yeah.
That
For
your new
both, for
bow,
a gun
Cade?
and-
Is that, Cade, is that
this
your
is
new one?
of them. No, not my bear bow. Well, no, this is my bear bow, but this is my competition bow. My indoor competition bow. I have another one for outdoor, which is for 3D and field, but I just got my traditional bow in the mail. So here it is. Here, I'll show you. So here's my limbs, my nice wood handle.
Wow. It's a fancy thing.
Yeah. And then my traditional wood one is cocoa bolo and walnut and
Oh,
white
wow.
veneer and resin or fiberglass to give it strength. So I'm shooting all the way down there.
Wow.
Even see down there.
Can you see the lid? I wonder if I can zoom in.
It
No, I
looks like
can't.
a period. It looks like a period.
Yeah, the little lid's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it
That's the
now.
little lid I was
Comes,
shooting at.
goes.
Somebody likes mine.
Wow.
So keeps me out of trouble in between turning. But yeah,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
you
go
get.
on.
That's what you get a
Get some-
baby for.
Yeah. So turkeys in a month, and then deer, and then bear. I'm gonna get out with the boys bear hunting too with my
Oh
bow.
my God.
So have one of those charge at you while you're
Yeah,
stringing an arrow.
yeah. With nothing but a bow in your hand. Oh my God.
You're
No, I'll
talking,
have a shotgun too on my back just in case.
Jeez.
But definitely the first couple shots will be the bow.
And how close will you be to that bear when you shoot it with the bow?
Probably the same distance I'm shooting here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I don't know. that's too-
Anywhere up to 50 yards, 50 meters or so.
Mhm.
It's fairly accurate. So
And
Yeah,
how
I'd-
close will you let him get before you pull the shotgun out?
I would let him get maybe 15 or 10 meters away from me before I pull the shotgun out.
Oh my goodness.
By that time I could get 3 arrows off. So I mean,
Okay,
should be able to get him with that.
okay.
I think you could take him, Cade. Just go freestyle. You know,
Yeah,
get
for
your
sure.
pummel in, lateral drop. You'll be fine. You can take that bear.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll get a deer too. Here's the old This club's been around forever, and here's some of the old veteran guys here. And this is their bear hunts. Some deer hunts.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's some turkey hunt. There's a deer hunt. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll get out with some of the old bucks and we'll.
I personally, I don't believe in hunting. I buy my food from the grocery store where animals weren't harmed. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they're
I
farmed
can't
to
say
be
that.
slaughtered.
Yeah.
I prefer my chickens tortured for their whole life and then fed to me.
Yeah, for sure.
If Cade and I would figure out what it costs us to shoot a deer, we could buy a whole cow for what it costs us to shoot a deer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll dress it and butcher it myself, so I don't even have to pay the butcher.
Yeah, that's doing the work herself. If you gotta pay a butcher, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Well, and then you don't even get all your meat.
No, exactly.
Yep.
They'll keep some of it, make sausages, and double dip, make money off you as well.
Yep.
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 I make my own sausage and everything. I have my own smoker and smoke it all.
That'd be nice. That'd be good. Yeah, I'll have to get a smoker.
Oh, make one out of an old refrigerator, because then you can smoke 3 pound sticks of sausage at a time. We smoke 30 sticks of sausage at the same time, all at once.
Oh, wow.
So we just got an old fashioned steel refrigerator like you had when you were a little kid.
Like my grandma,
Like your grandma's. Yep.
my grandma's old fridge.
Yep. And because those don't have Freon in them, they're ammonia based refrigerators. They're easy
Yeah.
to disassemble, and you don't have to worry about getting the Freon out of them. You can just take the ammonia liquid out of them and recycle it.
Oh, cool. The old mustard yellow ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They just have to be metal on the inside. That's all.
Oh, okay, cool. And you
And
have the
then we bu-
smoker outside with just a pipe going in to smoke in the fridge.
Yep. So you put a vent pipe going out like a chimney, and then on the side we buy a puck smoker. It's a unit that you can buy that goes on the side, and it has smokes little wooden pucks. About, I don't know, they're 3 inches in diameter maybe, and you just set them in a tray, and it just feeds the pucks in as it needs it. And then we just have instant read thermometers that we drill through the wall and stick them in various pieces of sausage hanging around so that you get the sausage to the right temperature. And once
Oh,
the
okay.
sausage hit, once your summer sausage hits the correct temperature, you take it out of the smoker and you throw it in a cooler full of ice water and let it cool down, and it's all done. Then you can package it and do whatever you want with it. It's cured.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to look out. I'll look out for one of those and make one, and then I'll give you a shout for any tips.
Yep. If you need some help building one, we run 3 of them at a time. So we smoke, usually when we do a load of venison, we're smoking anywhere from 100 pounds to 150 pounds at a time. We have 3 big smokers that we run all at the same time.
Wow.
Cool.
We shoot a lot of deer.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, they're like
I think-
rats.
I think this year we shot 10 of them between 5 of us, 2 apiece.
Jeez.
Cool.
Kill my fair share back on the farm.
Yeah, I shot a bunch of stuff on the farm, but I was as a kid. And with my grandfather's hunting license, you know, anything blows through the farm field, you can take it out because it might
Vermin.
cost you some livestock. So anything on the property is game.
Well, I don't buy any beef. We eat all venison in my house, so.
Hmm.
And my my cousin raises chickens. They don't buy any chicken either.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have an uncle who has a chicken farm. And I remember when I was a kid, we would always have a yearly harvest. So one of the teenagers would cut the chicken's heads off, and then the youngest kids would chase the chicken around as it went around headless, catch it, give it to the teenager who would pluck out the feathers, pass it on to the young adult who would use the blowtorch to torch off the feathers you can't see, pass it on to the guy in the 20s who would cut it and butcher it, and then you pass it on to the parents to pack it in coolers. And we also did that. My other uncle had a buffalo farm and another uncle had an ostrich farm. So ever so often we would have butcher parties in the barn.
Wow.
It
Back in
sounded
the
like
day.
when you must have grew up in the same neighborhood I did. That's what we did too.
Yep. Yeah. On a farm.
We
Yeah.
had pigs. We had pigs too, so we had to do pigs too.
Yeah. We had pigs. We had a chicken hut. We also had horses that we would use to put the cattle out to pasture and bring them back for the winter, and four-wheelers, of course. But yeah, it was fun. Fun as a kid.
Fun as that gets. That's exactly it.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard work, but I mean, it was fun too. So definitely learn how to read wild animals and when they're going to charge you.
Hmm.
How to stay away from a cow that's mad
Hmm.
and doesn't want to go into the milking stall.
Yeah. Dodge the kicks,
Yep,
dodge the bull charging at you,
yep, that too.
dodge, and the stick goes across the forehead of the bull or the cow.
Guys, I'm gonna go tonight. I'll see y'all
Yep.
next week.
Happy
Yep.
birthday,
All right,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Happy
care,
birthday,
Brenda.
Brenda.
You guys all
Happy
stay
birthday.
safe. Thank you.
Take care. Be
Yeah,
safe.
I'm gonna get going too, y'all.
Bye, Doug.
See you, Doug.
Bye.
Later,
Take
Doug.
care, Doug. Yeah. So what's everybody one working on?
Cleaning up my mess now.
Asteroids Bowl.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, I had a Rose Engine demo this last weekend, so
Oh, nice.
did that, introducing people to it, and
That's cool. How'd that go?
it actually went extremely well. I think I got 2 people that are fixing to build an MDF Rose Engine, so it went real well.
Well, that's cool.
My back, you know, I've been down the back for a couple of days because of it, but other than that, not used to standing up for so long at one period of time.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
Uh,
That's cool. That's good. Got some of them intrigued and down that pathway as well. That's cool.
so.
That'll be great for them. Definitely opens possibilities for embellishment.
Yes, it does.
So
And it can be a simple pattern on the bottom of a bowl or underneath the bottom of it, or just inside on the bottom too. If you keep the pattern broad and simple, it works real well just inside,
night, Stephen.
so.
That's cool.
It makes a pretty cool pattern. And
There's
I've been
no border
concentrating
to
on trying, I've got a fancy chuck I'm working on trying to build, so trying to play around with getting my lathe and mill up to standards that I need it to be to get started with it.
Cool.
And I'm not an experienced machinist, so I'm gonna be learning more about machining than I am anything else, but
You'll be building all kinds of things, Trace.
yeah, well, this project's gonna this is probably a 4 to 6 month project.
Night, Heather.
I've got 24 gears I've got to build for it, the plate, you know, spindles both sides, worm gear. So there's some fun stuff to be built with it in it.
And that's some heavy machining.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
using brass for most of it, steel and brass.
But it's complicated. You can screw it up really easy, especially turning worm gears.
Yeah, yeah, that one bothers me.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see.
Mine's sharp.
I'll have to practice on 2 or 3 of them before I get to that part. But
Just think about how you can create woodwork with some of that stuff. I mean, some of the stuff you're gonna do, you can translate over to wood turning too.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
Or vice versa. Wood turning will translate into the machining.
well, I have MDF. I have an ornamental rose engine lathe, so I'm building it for that. So the outcome will wind up turning into wood when I get through anyway. So
Cool.
it'll be a product that gets into my turning. So. So ultimately, it's going to be, it'll be in wood. So,
Hey, guys, I'll talk to you next week.
okay, we'll talk to you then.
See you later.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Okay.